Hey, crafty besties, it's your crafty bestie Tabitha. I know, I've been MIA for a couple of days. I know, not cool. I know, I missed you too. And I know that I'm behind on the prompts. And, yeah. So, we have our November Ember prompt list, the smaller one. I got down to Recycled Fairy. So first I got to do Vintage meets Modern. So we're going to catch them all up. Vintage meets Modern, Forgotten, let's see, Friendship Bracelet, and Forgotten Snacks. We're going to get it all done today.
So I'm going to add, oops, sorry. I'm going to add to the Crafty Besties catalog of things to add to their journals. So this is the Got Cheese wood carving that somebody special made me. And so I've copied that on the copier so Tabby can add it to her journal.
And my crafty bestie Got Cheese. We're going to go ahead and cut it out. And I'm going to put it in the extra bits for Effie, because I think that we're going to use it in tomorrow's spaghetti box window.
Bye-bye, y'all.
There goes our crafty bestie George. We love him. He is pretty freaking awesome. Yeah. He's awesome. But, yeah, I've been missing in action for a few days on my prompts. But, Christmas was, kind of bittersweet and hectic. So the Got Cheese is going in my extra bits for Effie right here. It was a bittersweet time. I got to spend some time with my mama. I got to spend some time with my crafty bestie Dee. She is amazing. And look at all these pretty things that we've done, even though we have some fails. We have some good ones. I do like the Recycled Fairy. But now it is time for Vintage meets Modern. And I was going to use a vintage sticker and put it on this modern kitchen. My vintage sticker is somewhere out of frame over there on the desk that I can't see it. And I dropped it actually right as I was hitting go on the video. So yeah, that's I know none of y'all ever do that. But anyway, that was the oh, here she is. I was going to put the modern kitchen with the vintage mama, but I couldn't make that work in my head. I will save her for something else. Put her back over with my stickers. I don't know. I might can use this kitchen for some kind of scene in a journal. But anyway, not for this project. So we'll put it in the not for this project pile. So I'm going to take this page out for Vintage Meets Modern. And I'm going to take this page out for Friendship Bracelet and Forgotten Snacks. And I'm going to put the journal up here, because this one's probably going to be a little long today because it's going to be 3 prompts. So I was thinking, when I got to thinking about the Vintage Meets Modern, this is like a really recent packet scrapbook paper. And this is fairly recent. This is fairly recent, and fairly recent. And this is Hello Santa, because our crafty bestie George decided that he could create for me a Santa in the style of Effie. I'm just going to cut the top off of this. And I thought it might work there, but that's too small. But he is kind of a vintagey Santa. And this is vintage, modern, vintage, and modern. So I thought we'd have a play with some of these and just see what happened on our desk. Because I really do like to play. Just sometimes you just need to have a play. And even though I cut this on my paper trimmer, I still didn't manage to cut it straight. And that's okay, because I now just cut it even more crooked. Yay! But we're going to make this into a pocket. And I'm going to just step over to my other desk. And get my little thumb hole punch. Or my little circle punch. So that we can have a thumb hole on this. I'm also going to cut the edges down here. I'm going to curve them out. And I'm going to grab this. And I've got to get a sponge for this. And we're going to edge this up with pine needles. Because, you know, modern meets vintage. When we're in a modern, but we're going to edge it with pine needles Distress Oxide. And I am using Distress Oxide because that's what I have. And I'm going to use our glitter glue because it gives me the best little seam around the edges to make this pocket the best. And some of y'all are really good at these gluing down a pocket things. Me, I'm not great at it. And y'all, were y'all yelling? Thought you were gonna cut a thumb hole in it. I was. Now it has a thumb hole. And I inked up the thumb hole. Okay. Now, we have Modern Santa. And I had a vintage Father Christmas somewhere. I got the vintage children. The vintage family. And we'll put them on the card with Modern Christmas. Because that's fun. So we'll put Modern Santa front and center. Oh, Santa's got a green beard today because this is what happens when you don't wear gloves. I'm sorry, ladies, I can't do it. Just can't do it. And I'm going to add the Modern Christmas tree up here. And I'm going to add the vintage people. Vintage family. Can y'all see that? I'm sorry. I'm decorating too far down. And vintage children by Modern Santa. So you can see it still looks like Christmas. No matter if it's vintage or modern, you still have Christmas. And we're just going to put this Merry Christmas in vintage script here. So we have this. Oh, maybe we don't. Okay, we're going to put this on something else. We'll put this over here on this. Merry Christmas. December 25th. Season's greetings. Happy holidays. And I think that if we trim this down ever so slightly around the edges, we can get the Effie version of Santa, because I love Effie, and I think Effie's the bomb. And, and I do, I love Effie. So we're going to take these scraps off the table. And this ratchety sponge. Y'all, I'm so sorry. And we're going to glue this on here. We're going to also just leave it open with a little pocket so that we can put some paper in there, some folded up paper for a Christmas secret. You know, maybe somebody's got a Christmas secret that they want to write down. Something that happened or didn't happen, something they wanted to happen. Maybe they saw their special someone, maybe they didn't. Maybe they just need to write it out. And for that special note, we're going to put some un-Christmas paper in there. Well, it's kind of Christmassy, I guess. We're going to hold this. We're going to make it like an envelope. I'm going to glue down the edges. And this is all kind of a vintage paper. And that's not going to fit. Nah. Let's see if I pull it down further if it'll fit. Not fit. Okay. That was silly. That was super silly. So we do have this journaling card that's left over from my Alice project that I've been working on. And we will trim it down. Let's see if it fits into the Christmas pocket. We will fussy cut the frame. So what do you do when you don't plan? This is what you do. You just keep improvising until you make it work. That's kind of like life. We do the best we can until we know how to do better. And then we do better if we can. And you know, it's been a tough holiday season for some of us. Some of us are missing people that we love very much. Some of us are working too many hours during the holidays and not getting to spend the time we want to with those that we love. Some of those that we love may be having to work too many hours to spend time with us. Let's go the other way. Seriously. About to say, if it didn't fit in there at all, I was fixing to cut it and fold it in half. So we got Merry Christmas. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. This is our vintage and modern example. And we are gonna marry this with some washi tape and hinge it on top. Because I have some vintage looking ads on some washi tape. So we're gonna marry that together. And then you'll see what I'm about to do. And then we're going to have this. So you can flip it up. And it's Merry Christmas. And I'm going to go ahead and notch it at the bottom so you have a place to pull it up. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use a tape runner by Amazon Basics because I have it and I never use it. And this is probably why I never use it, because I get aggravated. Am I doing it wrong? No, I don't think I'm doing it wrong. Yeah, this is why I don't use it. Oh, I used that one up. Okay, good enough. I have found all kinds of stuff that I have that I don't know why. We're just going to start using what I have, but even though if it doesn't make sense, it's useful. And we're going to use it. And we're going to get in the habit of using some things that we don't normally use. And this is supposed to be some kind of glue dots. And that one's supposed to be some kind of tape, but semi-center it at the top. And this is Vintage Meets Modern Christmas. And just because I love Remy, I'm going to tuck him in here because he's my Christmas ephemera buddy. That isn't Effie. And we're going to use the corner rounder on him and use him as a journaling card. And if you want to know, this is a We Are Memory Keepers corner punch. And it's 10 millimeters, 4 millimeters, and 7 millimeters. So this, we'll go ahead and edge it in green to match all the rest. And if you had a hard time during the Christmas holiday and you're still here and you're watching this video, you made it. You did. Yay! You made it. So I was going to try to find some way to incorporate this and this because they're more modern, but you know, you don't have to use everything. You really don't. And that's hard for me to swallow sometimes, that I don't have to use everything I have at once. But it also, I don't use stuff, and I need to use stuff up that I have before I buy more stuff. Does anybody else have that problem with your junk journaling habits? You need to chill out and use what you have. So there is our Vintage Meets Modern, and I did that with Christmas ephemera. So the next prompt was friendship bracelet, and I missed that day because I was doing things and being pitiful. But I found a really good friendship quote that I like, so I wrote it on here. 2 people are better than one. They can help each other succeed. And I got inspired by Barbara using something that she had already. So I'm going to find a way to attach that to Effie. Or maybe I'm just going to use the silver jewelry wire that I have. If I can get it off the bobbin. And I think sometimes you just have to cut it to get it off the bobbin. We're going to pull the length of this off if we can get it. Now this is hilarious, but I have to take off my glasses sometimes to see. better close up. There we go. So I picked out some charms that kind of represent my junk journal journey. My junk journal journey started with actually with Defember, and there's no time like it, so I picked out this clock, and I usually have a cup of tea or a cup of coffee when I am journaling, and it kind of anchors me and it keeps me grounded and settled. And here's the wing for the ones who have gotten their wings and have given me wings. And this is a heart for how much I love it. And this is an R from my crafty bestie Rory, who really encourages me to keep going and be inspired. This is a T because I'm your crafty bestie Tabby. Here is a tree of life to remind me that it's always God that gives me life. And I love Coke, so it wouldn't be a charm bracelet by me without a Coke on it. And then I have a little key because this has been the key to my sanity many, many times. So I don't know exactly how we're going to do this, but I have an idea. The R and the T can go together on the jewelry wire, and we can twist it and add it to this chain, and we're going to let Effie hold the chain at the end. So we're going to make this the center dangle. Well, we're going to make God the center, so we'll do the tree of life in the middle. So we're going to do this. And, you know, these awesome little pliers belonged to our crafty bestie who got her wings, Michelle, and our other crafty bestie, John, who also got his wings. And we love them. They're amazing. They were amazing in life, and they're still given to others now that they have their wings. So I'm going to find a way to twist this round so that I don't have to worry about twisting it perfect or anything because it's just going to hang on the paper. And then we're going to make the middle one be the tree of life. So instead of using jump rings, which, you know what, I probably have some, but I'm not sure. So we're just going to use the jewelry wire. And we're going to make, see, I mean, it's about using what you have, what you can get your hands on. That's the one thing I do love about junk journaling. It doesn't have to be fancy. It doesn't have to be new. This was a broken chain that I just kept because I thought, I'll do something with my journal. And I'll need that. And look, here we are. And and y'all tell me a better way to use this jewelry wire, I'm sure. Oh, look, I got some jump rings right here. Yeah, we'll try that with the next pieces. So y'all don't come at me because I can't see what's on here, and y'all are probably yelling, Tab, it's right there, it's right there. Yeah, I don't see it. Always. I have learned something from watching other jewelry makers, though. You pull it apart, you don't separate it sideways. I used to always think you did, but they say no, you don't, because you'll never get it back together right. And I'm not sure what kind of miracle it's going to take for me to get this right anyway. And if you've made it this far in the video, God bless you. Because I might have given up on me before now. And that's the cool thing too about junk journaling. You're going to use every craft that you've ever used when you junk journal. You will. And I'm sorry to all those people who say don't twist it, because I don't know how to not twist it. I think that this pulling it apart destroys it more. Or maybe I just don't have the touch for it. I don't know. But we're going to get these on here. And if you are not looking forward to any upcoming holiday, you can always message me and I'll commiserate with you about it. Because sometimes holidays are just hard. And I have the very most supportive people in the world around me right now. My mom and my husband and people in my church family. If you don't have a support network, get you one. And I'm not telling you have to go to church. I'm just saying you need a support network. We all do. Because bad things are going to happen in life. And when they happen, you need people around you. I mean, I think the junk journal community is a pretty good support network too, but you might need somebody right up next to your house too, who can maybe just bring you some tissues if you need to cry real bad. Because sometimes that's all you really need is somebody to cry with you. And that's okay too. Crying is okay. This week I have eaten my feelings a lot, which is probably not the healthiest way to cope. But I ate some salty feelings. I ate some sweet feelings. I ate some sour feelings. I ate some bittersweet feelings. And you know, it's hard. Living in life, if I didn't have this to do that first year that you guys did Defemember in 20, and I saw it and I just lucked up on finding it, that was the best. That was the best thing that could have happened for me. And it reminded me, because I didn't remember. Sometimes you forget who you are because things happen to you in life. And I had forgotten how much I love art. Well, now I remember. And it's because of you beautiful people who are in here every week creating your content, giving us tutorials. I appreciate it. But if I didn't have support in my life, and I'm so thankful for my mom, if I didn't have that kind of support, there are days I probably wouldn't have made it either. So here is my junk journal friendship bracelet. And I gotta find a way to get, let's see. This glue is pretty gluey. So I'm gonna try something. Y'all are gonna laugh, but it's okay if you laugh. I'm going to try to put a little jump ring on the end and glue the junk ring to the paper and see if it sticks, because this Aleene's Tacky Glue is extremely sticky and I like it. And it glues just about everything together. And now I have to find the other end of the friendship bracelet. Oh, moved it. Don't move it. So, I know that it's white right now, but when it dries, Effie's hand will show because it dries clear. Okay, so we're going to put another pile of glue on each of Effie's hands and attempt to glue this down. And I guess it doesn't matter which side goes which way. But this also is a verse from the Bible. And it says, when two walk together instead of one, if he falls down, the other can pick him up. So, I'm going to put some more glue on that. Only I'm going to really lay it on. So, that's got to dry overnight. I already know that. Don't come at me and tell me. I already know. And then, I saw other people making pockets with theirs, with their forgotten candy. So that is friendship bracelet. So we're going to write that on here in a nice blue, if it will write. Remember, these are old. And I thought I would make my forgotten candy a tuck spot. And I thought we could make it right here. We just make it like an edge tuck spot. My forgotten candy is Nerds. I love Nerds. I used to eat Nerds all the time when I was a kid. And I've been called a nerd. And that's okay. And I have learned to go with it. Because I am a giant nerd. And that's okay. I am a little round like these nerds. And I'm sweet and sour and crunchy and bitter. And here's, I'm just going to glue this on here over here. Just to decorate the page. But Nerds Rainbows are delicious. We'll just glue this too because it's fun. And y'all need a really sticky glue to glue packaging to your paper. And I thought, what would be more fun than putting in this Nerd's Pocket tuck spot than the Rebel Without a Claws sticker that I got from Dutch Brothers. Because that's also, we can tell the story of the forgotten snack that I had, that I gave to Jasper, because at Dutch Brothers, they will give you something called a pup cup. And a pup cup is a cup full of whipped cream, and they put a dog treat in it. Because, you know, our crafty bestie Jasper, he needs treats too, right? Yeah, we're going to put this in our little tuck spot. Because our crafty bestie Jasper is the hit of the Dutch Brothers here in our town. They just love him. They think he's wonderful. And I forgot that I left a couple of his cups back there. And when I got in my car the other day, it stank. It smelled like stank. And like, I don't know, like nasty. Oh no. You all, look what I did. I spilled glue. That's no bueno. I said this glue was very sticky. I wasn't lying. I will not try to clean all this up on camera. But Jasper left some of his pup cup in the bottom of the pup cup. And it was a smell in my car. So, Dutch Brothers could be my forgotten snack as well. Yeah, it happens. But it all worked out fine. Did anybody have any wild travel stories? Because I didn't travel far. But I did go to spend the night with my mom over the holiday weekend. And before I got there, my battery died on my car. And that was awesome, because it died the day before, which the battery was almost 6 years old in my car, so it happens. But check your batteries, check your smoke detectors, spay and neuter your pets, you know, all those things. But yeah, I want y'all to know a couple things. You matter. You are loved, and you are enough. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out with me. I know you could have done anything else, but thanks for hanging out and being my friend, having some forgotten snacks with me, and helping me clean up my little glue mess over here where I spilled glue. And I hope you have an amazing day. Tomorrow's prompt is spaghetti box window. And I think I'm going to use the cheese mouse that our crafty bestie, who loved George the most, probably, besides me, that will come tomorrow. And we are going to put that baby in a box window. And we're going to see some beautiful, beautiful things. And if nobody told you today, I love you. But Jesus loves you more. Have an amazing day.